I think one of the things about the Enneagram that I've found particularly practical in my somehow living my human life is understanding the other types. And you're a number 8, and I've always had difficulty with number 8s, and I find it easier these days because I feel I understand the dynamics of number 8 character more, number 8 fixation. Yeah. So I can put myself where the number 8's sitting to some degree. I can feel the number 8, understand, appreciate the number 8. And I know if the number 8's a little bit aggressive, I've learned, don't take it personally, because it usually isn't meant personally. And that's one of the great, for me, practical things about the Enneagram.
The Enneagram is great for giving you compassion for how we all actually are, we think we're all humans as the same, but actually we're 9 different animals, like 9 different kinds of dogs. And when you start to see the different breeds of dogs, you don't expect a German Shepherd to be a Chihuahua. You can love a German Shepherd as it is. You can love the Chihuahua as it is, and you don't expect to get pears from an apple tree, and so you get great compassion, and you get to see how the others work, and that's a beautiful byproduct of it. And I know in my own relationship with my partner, the Enneagram gave us incredible insights into the subconscious war that we were living, because on the surface our life was beautiful, in the depths our life was beautiful, but there was this subconscious war that was going on between us, and the Enneagram gave us the insight for how to address it, how to look at it, how to see what was here just below the surface that we weren't able to see. So it has all kinds of secondary benefits. But its primary benefit is the wisdom mirror to see this is who you are not, but you've called it by your name. And if you start to see this is who I'm not, but I've called it by my name, you go, oh my God, that's right. If that's not me, then who am I? And if that's not me, then who am I? And then it brings you into self-inquiry to find out who you really are.
Yeah, we've gone back to where we started, the who am I now.
Good.
And that's right. I remember years ago I did 2 weeks of at a seminar, just sit with someone, they ask you who am I. I found it a torturous process. Hopefully it wouldn't be so much now, but
yeah, because it was a process and it was an exercise and it was exteriorized. So really the issue here is not to do it with somebody else, but to be completely alone by yourself from the deepest questing of your heart, from this call home to I must be free, I must know myself, I must find where fulfillment and happiness is. Then your own heart calls you in, and it's nothing to do with anything on the outside. You turn towards yourself, and you give yourself to yourself, and you give up all the control to the conscious being that you are, and you let that be in control. And this is the great relief and the great finding of fulfillment and happiness.
And this little exercise, ask yourself who you are, you can do it anywhere really, kind of. You can do it on the bus, driving your car.
It's not an exercise. But if you make it an exercise, it'll be like your experiment that, I remember those Who Are You seminars. But that's an exercise that comes and goes and it's a passing phenomena. This is not an exercise.
Okay.
This is life and death. This is like if you were, my teacher would say, if your hair is on fire and you're running straight for the river, and some people stop along the way, they say, oh, why don't you stop and have a cappuccino? You don't even have time to answer them. You're heading straight for the river. It's like that. It's not an exercise. It's life and death. I must be free. I must know the truth. I must find love. I've searched everywhere in the outside world, and it's not giving me fulfillment. I must find what's real. And that can happen, of course, anywhere, but it happens when you're alive with it, when you're on fire with it, when your heart is calling you and you can't resist. You stop everything and you find the truth. That's what's essential. And then you stay true to yourself. You don't leave it. You don't make it a passing exercise that now I'm on to something else. You stay with yourself regardless of what happens, regardless if you never get up again. What if you never get up again? Ramana Maharshi never got up again and the whole world came to him. Most of us are not that lucky. Most of us will continue our day-to-day activities just out of the karmic momentum of it. But that's no longer an issue. It's no longer the worry and the fear and the anxiety about what should I do and what about the rent and what about the kid. All that can stop. And you can be yourself. And then your life will unfold quite naturally and effortlessly. But if you make this into an exercise of who am I? Okay, I'm emptiness now. I've got to return and come back to emptiness. And then it's just the egoic mind playing tricks with you.
I understand, yeah. It's this thing to be yourself.
Be yourself. That's happiness. That's fulfillment.
I think we're going to stop there, Eli.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so
I
much.
really enjoyed this.
Oh, me too. Thank you so much.
Your enthusiasm, your directness is it's very invigorating, very infectious, actually.
Oh, I'm so glad.
So I will mention the book again because I think there's some good stuff in here. And thank you very much, Eli Jaxon-Bear, and thank you everyone for watching Conscious TV. And I hope we see you again soon. Goodbye.